Yeah, so I'm done putting together the boxes, 15 of them, for the 2022 Mystery Box for Charity campaign. And here they are. Stay tuned for the video. Anachronic. Hi, comic book guys and gals. I'm Joe, and welcome to my 2022 Mystery Boxes for Charity campaign. Last year we raised $500 by selling 10 mystery boxes containing 7 books each, and an additional $100 in donations, which I then matched and sent $1,200 to St. Jude's Hospital for Children with Cancer, which was the charity chosen for last year. This year, I've increased the number of mystery boxes to 15, with each box containing 12 comic books with a guarantee of at least 3 golden, silver, or Bronze Age books in each box. Each box is being sold for $75, postage paid, and each person buying a box will also receive one chance to win a CGC 9.6 graded copy of Punisher #2 with white pages. It's a MikeZeck.com edition signed by Mike Zeck on August 12th, 2020. And here it is. Beautiful, right? It's the back. Get rid of that glare. Cool. If you can't buy a box or miss out, you can still buy chances to win the graded copy of Punisher 2. You can buy as many chances as you want at $10 each. No need to buy a mystery box. Now, you can buy a mystery box and chances for the slab by clicking on the link in the description below, filling out the form, and making a payment to my PayPal account. Now use friends and family so to maximize the amount that will go to the selected charity. Boxes are sold on a first paid basis until all 15 are sold. As an incentive, if all 15 boxes are sold by December 19th, I will add my personal contribution of $500 to the amount collected. All the proceeds from these sales and slab chances will go to this year's 501c3 charity, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Being from New York and in New York City on September 11, 2001, each anniversary reminds me of the emotions I felt that day, watching the towers from my office window, first in flames and then no longer there. The September 11 attacks were 3 suicide attacks using hijacked airplanes committed in 2001 by 19 militants associated with the Islamic extremist group Al-Qaeda against targets in the United States, the deadliest terrorist attacks on American soil in U.S. history. Some 2,750 people were killed in New York City, 184 at the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and 40 died in Pennsylvania, where one of the hijacked planes crashed after the passengers attempted to retake the plane. All 19 terrorists died. Police and fire departments in New York were especially hard hit. Hundreds had rushed to the scene of the attacks, and more than 400 police officers and firefighters were killed. The mission of the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, or T2T as it's known, is to honor the sacrifice of firefighter Stephen Siller, who laid down his life to save others on September 11, 2001. The foundation also honors our military and first responders who continue to make the supreme sacrifice of life and limb for our country. Now, I was amazed to hear that some people were unaware of this wonderful organization and its many, many programs supporting the country's fallen heroes and their families. So I'm going to spend most of the remaining time highlighting this wonderful organization. It's run by Frank Siller and the Siller family to honor Stephen Siller. Here's a short video about Stephen Siller, the inspiration for the Tunnel to Towers Do Good mission.
family's personal loss on 9/11 became the Stephen Siller Tunnel to Towers Foundation, providing support for first responders and their families and homes for soldiers who have been wounded overseas. Frank Siller and his family founded the nonprofit after his brother, Stephen, an off-duty New York City firefighter that day. He was killed when he decided to head to the World Trade Center on 9/11. He'd just gotten off his shift. When he heard the news, he called his wife to tell her he'd be late because he had to help those in need. He did not return. We spoke with Frank Siller about his brother and what this day means to the entire Siller family.
Today we lost our little brother. You know, Stephen was the youngest of 7 kids, but he was so much younger than I was. Closest in age. I was 14 years older than my brother Russ was 25 years older than him. My parents died when he was a little boy. We raised him. He was like a son to us as well as a brother. He always wanted to be a firefighter. He loved serving people, and he paid the ultimate sacrifice 18 years ago today. I remember him questioning once why he was put on this earth. Why was I even born? And I said, Stephen, you know, your brothers and sisters will always be there for you, and someday you'll do something very special. And I didn't know it was going to be this by any means. That he ran through a tunnel, and because of that act, I think he's changed a lot of lives. Not many of us can say that. He has.
T2T has many programs, including assisting homeless veterans, disaster relief, and providing counseling, scholarships, and other needs to children of America's heroes who've been orphaned or lost one parent. But the 3 most significant are the Smart Home Program, the Fallen First Responder Program, and the Gold Star Family Program. Through the Smart Home Program, T2T builds mortgage-free smart homes for our most catastrophically injured veterans and first responders. Each home is designed to address the unique needs of each individual. Smart homes host a myriad of features, such as automated doors and lighting, wider halls and doorways, special showers to accommodate wheelchairs, automatic door openers, cabinets, counters, and stovetops that can be raised and lowered, backup generators, and central heating and air conditioning systems that can be controlled by tablets. These homes help our most severely injured veterans and first responders to reclaim their day-to-day independence. Through the Fallen First Responder Home Program, T2T aims to pay off the mortgages of fallen law enforcement officers and firefighters who lose their lives in the line of duty or due to 9/11 related illnesses and leave behind young children. The Foundation's goal is to ensure stability and security for these families facing sudden tragic loss.
My daddy was a hero and I'm so proud of him. I love him and I miss him very much.
I made you die. I love you, Daddy.
Very sad and hurtful that my sisters won't have as much as memory like I do with my dad.
When I told the girls that their daddy became an angel, it was extremely hard because their daddy was no longer there to tuck them in at night, to be with them every day.
There are over 1,000 families that need our help. Tunnel to Towers is honoring those heroes that risked their lives by providing them with mortgage-free homes.
The moment I stepped in my home, I was in awe, knowing that this was the most beautiful home I'd ever stepped into.
I love this house because it helps me and my mommy and my baby sisters and all my other family to realize that other people are there with us and supporting us.
I'm Frank Siller, chairman of the Stephen Siller Tunnel to Towers Foundation. This is our contract with our first responders and military, that when you go and serve your country or your community, and you give your kids a kiss goodbye, and you don't come home, or you're catastrophically injured, we're going to give them a mortgage-free home.
It means so much to me as a law enforcement officer who was affected by a tragic incident with the loss of my husband, to know that if there is a loss in the future, the Tunnel to Towers will provide support for those families. They're not alone. I lost the father to my children. And for $11 a month, you can make families like mine more whole.
The Gold Star Family Home Program, launched in September 2018, honors the legacy of those who made the ultimate sacrifice while serving our country. The foundation will provide a mortgage-free home to surviving spouses with young children.
My dad was really, really special, and I loved my dad a lot.
I'm proud of him, and that even though he isn't here with us, but he died as a true hero. I miss everything about him.
In the moment that the officers and I had to come see the children, my biggest reaction was, I don't have 7 arms. I have 7 children who just lost their father, and I don't have 7 arms to wrap around them.
I'm Frank Silla, chairman of the Stephen Silla Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Our foundation is committed to delivering mortgage-free homes for Gold Star families and fallen first responder families.
To not have to worry financially is a huge peace of mind. The thought of, what in the world will I possibly do to pay the bills? How will I possibly let the children have a life that feels normal? I don't want them to have to quit their piano lessons or their basketball. I don't want them to feel that we have to move into a little apartment and struggle financially in addition to the emotional weight.
This is our contract with our military and first responders, that when you go and serve your country or your community and you give your kids a kiss goodbye and you don't come home or you're catastrophically injured, we are going to give them a mortgage-free home.
T2T has raised more than $250 million in support of our nation's greatest heroes and their families. 95 cents out of every dollar donated goes directly to the program's services. According to their website, they provided over 450 mortgage-free homes. Recently, the foundation received a donation of land where more than 100 families of fallen veterans and first responders will soon get a new mortgage-free home in Land O'Lakes, Florida, as part of the Tunnel to Towers Foundation new Let Us Do Good Village, which broke ground about a year ago. Construction is now officially underway on the first of its kind neighborhood that'll be home to families of catastrophically injured service members, families of fallen first responders killed in the line of duty, and Gold Star families. It's a tremendous effort that our contributions can help build these homes. Hope you see the value of supporting T2T and consider buying a mystery box and one or more chances to win the Punisher slab. The link to the order form is in the description below. Thank you in advance for supporting this worthwhile effort. Maybe even check out the organization's website, T2T.org, and consider supporting the Foundation's mission personally. Be well, and I'll see you soon.